There are several methods to fix the camera angle. If you're using Photoshop new versions, which I mean CC or Creative Clouds, follow me these steps. Else, I will mention another technique in the next video. First of all, we should convert our current layer to Smart Object to make sure we could preserve all details and undo unwanted changes. So, in the Layer panel, right-click on the new layer and select Convert to Smart Object. It is good to rename this layer. Double-click on the layer name and type exterior_shot_01. Now go to the filter menu and select Camera Raw Filter, or press Shift Ctrl A or Shift Command A on Mac. Make sure you're in the Edit section, so select Edit or press E from keyboard to activate it. Then in the Open panel, find Geometry section and open the rollout. There are a couple of options here. Second option here with a letter icon, it is Auto Command, which means automatically detect your camera angle horizontally and vertically both and trying to fix it. But it is possible to not work properly in your image. If you enabled that and didn't work fine in your image, disable changes by clicking on Off button in the left side of Auto. Or simply undo by pressing Ctrl Z or Command Z on Mac. Next option is Level and only fix camera horizontally. If I enable that, as you see your image rotated a bit. I cancel changes again. Next option is Vertical and only fix camera angle vertically. I cancel that too. And full option, fix camera angle vertically and horizontally at the same time. Note that if you press level option or vertical, they doesn't work at the same time together. So allow me to show you that what I mean. First, I'm trying to fix horizontally and then trying to fix vertically. As you see, if I click on level again, it will revert vertically and only apply horizontally. So I undo changes again. For this reason, we're using full option here. This option fixing camera angle vertically and horizontally at the same time. As you see, in this case of our image is not working at all. To undo changes, you could simply press Ctrl Z or Command Z on Mac, or choosing Off option, or hold down the Alt or Option key and click on Reset button. If you note that while I hold down the Alt or Option key on Mac, dialog box in Photoshop's changed the Cancel button to the Reset. So instead of cancel this dialog box and reopen it, simply reset the changes, which works on all dialog boxes like filters, style, or adjustments. Also, there is new feature in Adobe Photoshop. If you change any section in this rollouts, instead of resetting all settings, note that when I hold Alt or Option key in each panel, has its own reset section. So instead of resetting the all settings in this dialog box, for example, you could only reset geometry without affect other sections. Last option here is guided, and that's working manually by horizontally and vertically line defining, which in most times I prefer to use that. So enable this option. Now move your mouse pointer in this image to draw a vertical or horizontal line as a guide. For example, in this image, you could simply recognize the camera angle from this window in the right side of this image. So I'm starting to drawing a line, but yet nothing happens because you need to define at least 2 lines to guide it. Be aware these buildings have some curves on the surfaces. So note that don't use them as a vertical guidelines to not define wrongly. So I move my mouse pointer to define second vertical guideline as where I could recognize. And when I release my left mouse button, as you see, immediately change applied. So now we fix our camera angle vertically. I want to mention few more tips here to draw more accurately. In the right panel, when you activate guided mode, we have an option named Loop. If I enable this option, you will see some kind of zoomed magnifier on the image, which to help us draw more accurately. However, I never use this option like that. Instead, I will show you how to use that better. Even if you draw on the line, still you could tweak them. So, move your mouse pointer to this corner of the window. Grab the point and start to adjust it again. I pick other one. But honestly, I never use this option like that, so I disable it. And I hold on Alt or Option and reset the whole changes in Camera Raw filter. This time, let's start to do that but more professionally. While you enabled guided line mode, I move my mouse pointer to the window corner again, but this time hold on the Alt or Option key and start dragging. While you're dragging, as you see, your mouse pointer moves so slowly, so release the Alt or Option button and move your mouse pointer to the other corner. Now hold on Alt or Option again and click for last point. So let's repeat that process for other side. Click, hold on the Alt or Option key and start dragging. Hold on the Alt again and define second point. Now our camera align vertically fixed more accurately. Okay, now let's define for our horizontal line too. Hold on the Alt or Option, drag, hold on Alt or Option again and define second point. Alright. If you note that the vertical guidelines is dashed with purple color and horizontal lines are green dash. So do not mix them up. As I mentioned before, still you could adjust your drawn guided line. So hold on the Alt or Option key and start readjusting the point position. That's enough for this video. Press OK button to confirm changes. In the next video, we will change our camera angle manually by Transform tool.